Mhm. Welcome to English Without Borders. Dear all, we are very happy to see all of you. And today we are also extending our welcome notes to our colleagues from American University of Central Asia and all those who are joining English Without Borders webinars on a regular basis from different parts of the world. We are again very, very delighted to see all of you. And today, January 19th, today we have a talk about Master of Arts in Teaching at the American University of Central Asia. And in a few minutes, I'll give the floor to my colleagues from American University of Central Asia. And let me just give a brief introduction of our speakers today. The guest speakers include Mavluda Zulfova, also Hamroh Aydarov and Gulruh Mamadkasimova. Mavluda Zulfova, who has 19 years of teaching experience at universities, secondary schools, and English learning centers. Currently, she has been doing her master's degree in teaching at the American University of Central Asia. Hamroh Aydarov, a history and law expert in the education department in GBAO, Tajikistan. Currently, he has been doing his MA in teaching at the American University of Central Asia. And our next speaker, Gulruh Mamadkasimova, she's English EFL teacher, and she's also a teacher trainer. And with big pleasure, let me give the floor to my colleagues from American University of Central Asia in Bishkek, and I'm giving the floor to Elizabeth Alibayeva. So over to you, and let's get started.
Great. Thank you so much again for the privilege of joining you this evening, Nasiba, and your wonderful organization, English Without Borders. It is a pleasure for us to tell you about the Master of Arts in Teaching program tonight. We are certainly looking for wonderful students to join the program. We believe that those of you who are teachers out there, if you've got a strong desire to review and reflect on your practice, if you're an experienced teacher, or if you're a new teacher and you're still wanting to learn ideas and think about educational theories and look at research in education, this may very well be the program you're looking for. And so I'm excited that you get to hear from some of our own students, as well as my colleagues Ziagul and Ipanish are going to share more specifically about the program. And we really have a couple of exciting announcements tonight about scholarships that are available to teachers from Tajikistan. And with that, we're really thankful to have Mr. Parviz Aidar show up, representing the U.S. Embassy in Dushanbe with us this evening. And Mr. Parviz, would you like to greet our participants this evening as well?
Thank you very much, Elizabeth. Good evening, dear participants and colleagues from Dushanbe and from AUCA. Very excited to see you all and to hear you all. My name is Parviz Aidar, representing the Public Affairs section of the U.S. Embassy in Dushanbe, Tajikistan. I'm also the coordinator of the American University of Central Asia Scholarship Program. And I'm very excited that finally we can just launch the Master of Arts in Teaching program. And actually we'll be particularly coordinating this program as well. But despite this program, Public Affairs section in collaboration with AUCA also running 3 more programs. And it's a 4-year full bachelor degree program for 2 students this year, and 1 semester exchange program for 6 students. And also we have 1-month summer program for 20 participants, which my colleagues from AUCA also working on, and they'll launch and make the announcements very soon. That's why I just want you to stay tuned and follow the website, AUCA website, and also the website of the U.S. Embassy Dushanbe. Also, I encourage you to follow the social network pages of U.S. Embassy. We are very active on Facebook and Instagram. And I encourage you all to apply for this program. And thank you very much and good luck. And the floor is yours. Thank you.
Thank you so much for dropping by and letting us know about those wonderful opportunities. I'd now like to introduce Ziagul, who is my colleague at the Institute of Education at AUCA. And Institute of Education is where MAT program is housed. and also Aikanish, who is a second-year student, but she's also a recruiting specialist. So over to you, ladies. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Good evening, dear ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us tonight. My name is Yegul Saburavena, and I've working with the Institute of Education for over like 4 years. I work as an assistant. I mainly work with the documentation and with students.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for all of you for joining us tonight. My name is Aikanish Tordabayeva. I'm also working at the AUCA at the Institute of Education for Master of Arts in Teaching, where I also a student by myself, and I am a second-year student, and hopefully I'm graduating this summer. So we would like to introduce our program to you, which gives you an amazing opportunity to improve your teaching skills. And before we will start with our presentation, we would like to share a quick video of one of our professors, Professor Tamu Chattopadhyay, who is also a founder of the MIT program and the director of Institute of Education.
Hello, thank you so much for coming to this information session for the Master of Arts in Teaching program. My name is Tamu Chattopadhyay, and I founded this program 6 years ago when I came to Kyrgyzstan from Art College in New York. So it's a relatively new program, and as a new program, we are constantly learning from the world around us, from you, from each other, and we are trying to become a program that every year serves our students with more flexibility, more freedom, and more creativity. So I think I would just mention a couple of things that make our program somewhat different from perhaps many other programs which you could consider. Some other things are not that different because all good programs share some common aspects. So one of the first things that one should keep in mind in considering our program is that you will be challenged outside of your comfort zone. It will be hard, a lot of hard work, but you will be safe, you will be supported. And if you make a strong commitment to really studying hard, working hard, and helping each other in the cohort, then you will thrive. This is something that we can say with utmost confidence. So you'll be challenged, but there will be support. You will be safe. And in that, we want you to grow. The second most critical aspect of our program, which you know is small by design, is that we want to foster a sense of community. We want you to help each other, to get to know each other, to grow from the richness of knowledge and experience that each person brings to this program. And as you leave the program as a graduate, you will become part of an ever-growing, expanding MIT alumni community. And we are very proud of the people who are doing incredible things. And we were already doing incredible things, and we hope that through the participation in our program, they're able to make an even bigger impact wherever they are. The third thing, I believe, it's really about the institution where we are at the American University of Central Asia. Not only it is a serious institution in the region, but also, as you might hear subsequently in this information session, we are part of a global network called Open Society University Network, which is a very large network of higher education institutions where we has many opportunities to collaborate. So there are opportunities for you to study with students from other parts of the world online in creative connected learning pedagogies. There is also opportunity for you to learn from faculty members from different parts of the world working in education programs in different universities. So in a way, you are studying in one institution, but you are benefiting from a large global network. And I think that is an extremely rich aspect of a program, that you are really going to feel you are part of the world and your conversations are resonating with people and cultures from different parts of the world. So this connectedness, this community, this challenge with support, these are some of the things I believe we want our students to experience and to benefit from their participation in the program. Doing a master's program, any point in time is a big decision, especially if you are a teacher with a lot of responsibility, and also you have other responsibilities at home, with families. So we understand this is a big decision, and we want you to think carefully, make sure you make the adequate commitment in terms of time and effort, and some sacrifices that will be necessary to really thrive in the program and make it really, really work for you and become an asset in your life and work portfolio that you could benefit from for the rest of your professional career. So with that, I welcome you again, and I am very grateful that my wonderful colleagues will now be spending some time working with you and answering questions. Once again, welcome and goodbye.
Thank you to Professor Tamo, who unfortunately couldn't join us tonight, but he wanted to say a couple of words to you, and welcome all the participants. So we now can start with our presentation. And I'm giving the floor to my colleague, Ms. Iyagul Sabirova.
Thank you very much. Yes, let's start. Before I start talking about the program itself, let me give you a very brief information about the Institute of Education, or shortly we call it IOE. IOE is a degree-granting academic entity of a UCA dedicated to teaching and research at all levels and contexts. So also IOE is the institutional home of MAT program. So on this picture, you can see our team. Also, IOE gives a lot of many opportunities like mentor training program, educational research, and professional development. We can move to the next one. So MAT, this is a Master of Arts in Teaching program. MAT is Central Asia's only dual degree graduate program in teacher education, offering master's degree from Bard College and the Minister of Education in Kyrgyzstan. And I would like to give you 4 reasons why you should be choosing MAT. First of all, it's a blended program. For summers, we study offline on campus. For the fall and spring semesters, our classes are blended, which gives our students a great opportunity to combine their studies and their job. So during the day, they spend time at their schools or any other places they work at, and then they join evening classes for fall and spring semesters, and come for 3 days during these semesters to campus for the in-person component of the classes. So because it is blended, it makes it available throughout Kyrgyzstan and Central Asia. As long as you have stable internet connection, you can stay from your home countries. And the next important aspect of the program is that it is practical. So you learn today a theory, and then the very next day you have opportunity to use it in your practice, in your teaching, and you will get immediate feedback if this strategy works or not. And the fourth reason is, as I said already, it's a dual degree opportunity. Upon successful completion, you'll be able to get a diploma from Bard College and from Kyrgyz Ministry of Education. Our classes, we can go to the next one. Our classes follow a Bard College model. We have divided all our classes into four types or categories. First one would be foundational education theories. These are the types of classes where you learn general theories about teaching and pedagogy. You will discuss theories of Vygotsky, you will learn theories of Carol Dweck about mindset, and it's many others. Also, the second type of classes, these are disciplinary area classes. We ask our students to choose one of these three areas: one, literature, social studies, and mathematics. When our students graduate, they will be able to teach one of these discipline areas. The next is mentor practicum and pedagogy. Our students are paired with a mentor, and then they work throughout the year on their teaching. So student takes a video, records himself teaching, and then with his mentor, they discuss how their class went and what should be developed, and etc. And finally, our students have opportunity to conduct a research for their final as a final product. They conduct a research. We can go to the next one. Let me talk you about the structure of the program. Unlike many other graduate degree programs, we start our classes in summer. So summer classes are fully on campus. These classes happen offline. For fall and spring semester, these are online classes. But again, during fall and spring, we ask everyone to come to campus for 2 or 3 days. So this is a breakdown of year one, so 3 semesters. The same applies for the second year. So MAT is 2 years and 6 semesters. So the breakdown for each year looks like this: summer offline on campus, and fall and spring semester are online. Blended, we can say blended joining evening classes. And let me introduce you to the people of MAT. Our students are Kyrgyz nationals, international students, current teachers, and aspiring teachers. We have teachers with 20+ years of experience as our students, as well as those who are new teaching after they graduate university or they change their career. So MAT provides this opportunity for everyone to interact and share their knowledge. On the next slide, you can see our students and some of our professors. So speaking of professor, I would like to introduce you to our faculty members. On the left, you see Professor Tamo Chattopadhyay, who is the director of the Institute of Education. On the right, you see Elizabeth Alibayeva, who is the director of the MAT program. And then you see our professor, Alisa Alibayeva. So our classes are taught by faculty members from AUCA, from our own department, and as Professor Tama was saying, from OSUN network. So professors from Al-Quds University in Palestine and Bard College, New York. So now I would like to give the floor to Aykhanish, who will be talking about wonderful scholarship opportunities for teachers.
Thank you, Ms. Yagul, for the introduction. So I would like to introduce you to scholarships opportunities, which will help you to gain the knowledge, your master's degree in teaching. So we have 2 scholarships provided by the US embassies, which is one from Bishkek and one from Dushanbe. Both are full scholarships, which means you don't have to pay any tuition fee. And all the teachers from all over Tajikistan are able to apply. US Embassy in scholarship, they are offering 2 to 3 spots for the scholarships. And US Embassy in Dushanbe, are offering 2 spots for the students or applicants to gain their master's degree with us. So thank you again for the US Embassy for this opportunity. Another good thing about the scholarship is that they also cover, but partially, either your travel or accommodation expenses during the summer semester, which is on campus and where you have to be in Bishkek in the campus. So how to apply and the application deadline. As you might already know, the application deadline for the next cohort 2023 is March 1st. So make sure that you apply and prepare all your documents and submit them by March 1st. If you have any questions or any concerns, you need any help or guidance, you can reach out to us, my colleague Ziagul and me. We both work closely with applicants. So with any questions, please feel free to contact us per email. I will share the email later. How to apply? We have our own website homepage, which is ioa.auca.kg. If you go into the website, this is how our main webpage looks like. You just click on this blue button here, apply now. And there's going to be a page where you see all the documents you needed and the process of the application. There's also going to be another website that you have to go and submit your documents, which is apply.auca.kg. This is the application portal where you have to submit all your documents. When you go to this website, you're going to see all the graduate programs like here. You don't have to choose the Master of Arts in Teaching, because if you click on that, you just go back to our main page, but rather you scroll down and see the red apply. So click on that, and then you're going to see that there is a form that you have to fill out, which includes your name and some personal contacts. And at the bottom, you can attach all the documents that is needed. And after that, you just click on submit. But this is not it. One thing to note is that through this portal, you can only submit the following documents, like your application form, passport, your picture, bachelor's degree and diploma transcripts, and your CV. You also have to submit your personal statement, which is the essay for 1,000 words, why you would like to apply for the Master of Arts in Teaching at AUCA, and provide us 2 recommendation letters, either from your professors or from your employees. So when you when you completed the first step and submitted all your documents, the next step, you have to submit these 3 documents to our email address. It's here. So, and then you're completed with your application, and then it's done. We will become all your documents and we'll review. If you have any questions, please contact us per email. You can also visit our website or follow us on Instagram. We usually get back to you in 24 hours with my colleague. So with any kind of questions, concerns, please feel free to contact us, email us. Before we finish our presentation, we also have one announcement to make about our coming webinars on the topic how to write a personal statement for the MIT program. In case you would like to apply and you have to write an essay for 1,000 words on how to your personal statement on why you want to apply, and you are struggling with writing it, feel free to join us. I will share the Zoom link and the pre-registration link in the chat box. But we are offering 3 days of this same webinar. So you don't have to join all 3 of them. You just choose one of them, which is more convenient for you, and just join us. It's all Tuesdays, 3 weeks, January 21st, January 31st, and February 7th, 5:30 till 6:30 p.m. Bishkek time. which is in Tajikistan, 4:30 p.m. And please make sure that you pre-register first, because we also gonna share the Zoom link later per your email, which will be included in the form. So that's it with our presentation. If you have any questions, please keep them in mind. We will go back to this later. But before, I would like to introduce our key speakers, who are also our current students and our alumni, who would like to share their experience with MIT program. So Ms. Mavluda Zulfova, would you like to share your experience?
Hey, thank you so much. Actually, I'm really glad to see the MET team today. And first of all, I would like to start my talking about, as Tamo, Professor Tamo also mentioned, a really great support on behalf of the MET program, because when we start our journey, starting from Tajikistan and until we reach Bishkek, you are all the time constantly online with us, and that is really how to say, we really appreciate it, and that's why I just wanted to mention that. And secondly, as you have already talked about that, it really, MET program gives really great opportunities for example, in comparison with other master program, we can just study and we can implement the techniques and approaches that we have learned at the MET program. At the same time, we get lots of feedback, which is very important. And I think that is how we learn and how we implement and develop our knowledge. And thirdly, I would like to mention that we are involved into a lot of activities, assignments, project works, and as Professor Tamo said, that's really, it's like a lot of challenges, but these are all positive challenges. And we have lots of individual assignments. We have some project work, group work, and in the group works, we are actually work with the people, with lots of very knowledgeable teachers from other countries, and we learn from them, and we get, and we still constantly get in touch with them whenever we have any questions, and this is also very important. And finally, I would like to mention that it's a really great opportunity for teachers to use that chance to apply for that program. If you really want to change your methods of teaching, if you really want to make some differences in your community, this is a great opportunity to participate in the program. And I think help those children and those learners who really want to be part of the global education process. And by this way, I think together, using the opportunity in the program, we can make a great difference in our community and countries. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Mavluda, for sharing. Mr. Hamrol will go next.
Hello, everyone. And first of all, I'm very sorry about my very unstable internet connection. Therefore, I'm not turn on my camera. And I'm very delighted today to be here and to share some thought about this amazing program. First of all, I would like, there's too many things to talk about this program, but I would like to emphasize two things that I found very important for secondary school teachers. First of all, this program is very comfortable. What I mean by comfortable, maybe many teachers say we are not be able to take part in the classes during our work, but it was very important just to understand this program is very cozy and very comfortable. Even though we are overburdened as secondary school teachers are always overburdened with many things to do, but I'm as a teacher, I'm in secondary school teachers, and there's for me there's nothing to worry or to be. Every time we are in our time in the class, and it's very cozy and very appropriate program for us. And secondly, I'm very happy about this program, taking part in this program. We are studying many topics, articles, different topics and articles in courses, and these give us opportunity to share them during our classes with our colleagues from different teachers from different part of the world, and also with our professor, that they give us feedback and suggestion. And also it is opportunity for us to share this illicit knowledge with our students, and it is very crucial opportunity for us as teachers. And secondly, I would like to talk about the another important thing. It is this program give secondary school teachers opportunity to see themselves in the world of research. We are nowadays, we are doing many research, we are studying many things, topics about our chosen topics, and by the guiding of our professors. We are facing many challenges, even though our professor give us support and very crucial and beneficial suggestion and guidance. And I'm very happy to be the student of this program, and it is a very huge opportunity for me as a novel teacher, not have a big experience of teaching, but the course give me opportunity to learn many things and to implement them and to improve not only myself, to improve my kids and my community student life. And it is my honor. And by the hand of this speech, I would like to thank for US Embassy for giving us opportunity to give us scholarship and to take part in this program. Thank you.
Our last speaker is Gulruh Qasimova, who is our alumni, and she graduated the MIT program last. I think we lost her. Oh, here she's joining. Give the floor to you. Is Gulruh Qasimova, our alumna?
Sorry, Ganesh. Good evening, everyone. Sorry, here we do not have an electricity. That's why my internet is not stable, but I hope I could speak. So you can hear me, right, Ganesh?
Yes, we can hear you.
I'm Gulruh Qasimova from the south part of Kyrgyzstan, and I'm an English teacher and then teacher trainer in the south part of Kyrgyzstan. And and thanks to the US Embassy and the IOE for giving me this opportunity, because I was a student who had a scholarship, and I highly encourage all teachers to apply to the MIT program, because as a whole program is organized really well. And in my experience, so we had classes not only from AUCA teachers, but also with professional teachers from different parts of the world. As Professor Tamo mentioned, we had teachers from New York Bard College, professors from Palestine, and also you may have a great opportunity with networking as well. So we had a network with Bard College students in the teaching lab course. And also we had a network with Swiss students in sustainable development course. And it means you will be educated, trained, networked with locals, with internationals, with locals and with international and of course qualified teachers. And one of the important part of MIT for me was a mentorship. So why it was important is because I could reflect on my own teaching while preparing my lesson plans, while recording my videos, and then discussing with my mentor. And it helped me to analyze my own teaching, and so about my progress
And of course, I could receive really constructive feedback from advisors, from mentors for my further improvements. And the last one I want to mention about the research. My research topic was connected with the religious education, with the madrasa education. And I felt that I was not left behind because I could receive really great support, encouragement from advisor. My advisor was from New York, Bard College, Lauren Gillard, and we worked with local advisors as well. And so I'm so happy that I successfully completed my course and I defended my research, and then I got my degree. And I want to give just one suggestion to everyone. If you want to apply to this program, you have to have really great time management, because it's very important for following the deadlines, for assigning the tasks, and for completing your research, and of course, attending the class. So good luck, everyone. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Ms. Kojoh. Thank you for the tip, which is very important to complete this program, actually. So thank you so much, our key speakers, for finding time to join us, and our participants for your attention. We are now open to answer your questions. Yeah, feel free to ask any questions.
Hello, thank you so much, dear American University of Central Asia team, for such a nice presentation and also welcoming speeches. So I think this is a great opportunity for all teachers who want to enhance their knowledge in teaching. So please follow, the guidances shared by our speakers today and apply to this unique opportunity to get your master's degree from dual colleges. In this one is Bishkek, Office of American University in Central Asia, and another one is in the US, Bard College. So yeah, so let's open the floor, and if you want to unmute yourself and ask your question, you can do that, no worries. If you don't have a good internet connection, you can leave your question in the chat box. Okay, so I'm just scrolling up and down. The question is coming from Bakhti Begim. She's asking, is this only for secondary school teachers, or any teachers can apply for the MAT program?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and answer that. The program is designed primarily for secondary teachers. And so when we are teaching practical courses and we're thinking about methodology, we're focused primarily on that age group. However, we have had a number of students who are elementary teachers, some who are university preparation program teachers. So I would say if you're interested in the program, certainly do apply. And if you are in the program, it just means we sometimes talk about, well, how do you adapt this for elementary? Does this work as effectively? And we also try to pay attention, for example, in the practicum, when you have a mentor, we pay attention to your teaching placement. So we find a mentor with a similar teaching placement. So while the program focuses on secondary, you're thinking more high school level, it is open to any teacher.
Thank you, Elizabeth. So next question, I guess it's coming from the Facebook followers. Is this program only for current teachers or for those who have pedagogical education?
I'll go ahead and take that one too. Ziago, you got it? Go ahead.
Yeah. Anyone who's interested in teaching can apply to this program regardless of their previous degree. So we had students who just graduated their university BA degrees, as well as those who were thinking about career change. So this is open for everyone who wants to be a teacher.
I find the only restriction is then when you choose your discipline. If you want to pursue math discipline, then you do need to have a math background. Otherwise, you'll find the math classes too challenging. But otherwise, yes, as long as you have your bachelor's degree and are interested in education and teaching, you can certainly apply.
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you, Elizabeth. So I have a question myself, because so far we talked about on the good sides and also unique opportunities of this program. But of course, my question will go to other speakers, the current MAT students. So could you please share the real challenges that you went through and you are just going through this program? Because all those who are going to apply, they should be aware of that and get ready in advance.
I just want to maybe say a challenge first that I faced there. For example, in the beginning of the classes, we had we have to work also with technology, but that also took us time just to see how it works. And the second, I think most important, when we were given some readings to do, in the beginnings, it was, for example, when the professor said it's like 40 pages, it was we were very actually thought it was a lot, but with the time, gradually, it is only for one subject, but from several subjects, we have lots of reading, and I think it helped us. In the beginning, it was challenges, but with the help of our professors, just shared with us some techniques and how, for example, to do these kind of readings and to improve our reading speed. And I think with the time we just adjusted to how to do a lot of readings and to improve our reading skills. This is, I think, the main challenge. And the third one, we are still, I think, maybe struggling with, I can say I am struggling with, is I think with our research project, we doing lots of writing, and we still need the time and get feedback from our professors, and we are working on this feedback. And I think with the time, again, this also needs time just to to write, to be involved fully into our research projects. Thank you.
I would also like to share to that one. Also, the level of English should be very good because, as Ms. Novlida said, it's going to be a lot of readings, a lot of writings, listening, and all in English. So all the subjects are only taught in English. So in order to complete them, understand the material, and be able to reflect on that and implement everything that you learned, you have to have a good background in English.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, so we have two more questions. So one question is coming from Bakhti Begim. She's asking which universities recognize the degree from AUCA and particularly from this program.
I'm not sure if I know what you mean by which universities, but there are two diplomas that I think will be widely recognized. One is the one from AUCA is actually given by the Kyrgyz Ministry of Education. And then, of course, which is obviously recognized in Kyrgyzstan. And then I don't know what Tajikistan, if there's some reciprocal recognition or not. That's a good question. But the other one is from Bard College. So it's an American diploma. And we find that often works if you're looking, at other opportunities in other countries. And so in the end, ultimately, you'll need to decide if that will work for your future. We have some students from Iran, for example, and they're finding that the American University diploma is what they most desire to help them with their future plans. And so that's something where it's a little bit of inquiry on your own part, depending on what you want to do. But we find with the two diplomas, it does open up your opportunities a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, great. Thank you, Elizabeth. So next question, can student teachers also apply for this program?
I think by student teacher, she means
pre-service
student
teachers.
pre-serve. Yes, they can also. yes, definitely can also apply.
Okay, great. So all pre-service teachers, please start applying to this program. It's a good
Yeah.
opportunity. Okay. So any questions? Please, if you want to ask, you can unmute yourself. Okay, we have next question. Marabo is asking, in what cases, usually I mean, the MAT program selection committee reject the applicant?
Yeah, this is a hard question, right? What are we looking for? Well, one is certainly English level. And so we have an interview, and part of that purpose is to also establish what your English level is, regardless of the documents you've submitted. Part of it can also be having a lot of good candidates, right? Because you get rejected from MAT doesn't mean that you were not qualified, unfortunately. We might have 50 qualified candidates, but we can only accept, at this time, we can only accept 25 qualified candidates. And so we have to make some decisions then about what the cohort looks like, students we have coming in, and we try to have representation from a variety of kinds of schools and experiences and that kind of thing. And so that part is a little bit flexible from year to year. And so we make the decision by committee, so it's not one person making the decision. It's a committee who makes those decisions carefully.
Okay, thank you, Elizabeth. Okay, here is the next question. Does it have an assessment process for checking English proficiency? I mean, here is this, when you mentioned about the English, the level of English fluency, and so.
I think Elizabeth just mentioned that we invite for an interview to establish the level of language proficiency. If the applicant has their test results, they can submit them too.
Okay, good.
One interesting success story that we've had is we had an applicant who really wanted to study. And when we spoke with this applicant, the English level wasn't strong enough. And so, we suggested, we can see that your passion is what we're looking for. And we can see that, you really see an opportunity for how this is helpful for you in your career and your community. But like your English isn't there yet. So the student took the year and really studied English intensively. And then they applied again and they were accepted. So if you feel like you're in a place where like, oh, I'm not sure about my English or my score is not high enough, we encourage you, if you don't apply this year, try next year. It's okay. If you want to spend time first improving your English, that's a possibility.
And a lot of people actually asking me about the number of people that are selected from different countries. Are there any limitation, for example, how many people will be chosen? And I actually don't know what to say to this.
No, yeah, that's a tough question. Well, I find that a lot of it comes down to finances, right? Because the program, if you're paying out of pocket, it is going to feel very expensive. But that's where we're very fortunate to have the support from U.S. Embassy Bishkek, U.S. Embassy Dushanbe. And so, as Aikanish mentioned, we know that the scholarship from Dushanbe gives 2 spots specifically to Tajik teachers. Okay, so there's 2 spots there. And then the scholarship from the U.S. Embassy in Bishkek, okay, that one provides scholarships for students all around Central Asia. But our target is also to have 2 students from Tajikistan with that scholarship. Now, it also depends on how many applicants we receive, how qualified they are. And it could be that we say, wow, what an amazing group of applicants we have from Tajikistan. We don't want to give them just 2 scholarships from the Bishkek, scholarship. We want to give 3 spots from there, right? So that's why our target is 4 to 5 students from Tajikistan, made possible through 2 different scholarships. So that's, since I know that having financing is really important, that's kind of the more concrete answer, is that there's 4 to 5 spaces available that has good scholarship with it.
Thank you, Elizabeth. Next question. is asked by Fernando. Do you require any tests like IBT, TOEFL to apply for the program? If so, what score do you request?
As for the tests, it's not a requirement, but rather we're gonna, like we said, we're gonna prove your English level during the interview. But if you have any certificates already, IBT or TOEFL, you are happy and welcome to submit them too.
And we recommend if you're doing TOEFL, for example, like a score of 500 is what you're looking for best success.
That's for PBT, right? TOEFL PBT 500, and for IBT?
IBT, I don't have the equivalent up here at the moment. We can get that to you, that information to you if you wish.
Yeah. Okay,
Mhm.
thank you. Okay, any questions, dear audience? Please don't be shy and jump in with your questions. Elizabeth, I was just wondering if there were any cases when the scholarships were, denied, or just when the scholarships were granted, but then because of some reasons, it was kind of, annulled, or it was just, withdrawn. Was there any cases?
No, the only tricky situation is if a student has a personal concern that comes up that prevents them from continuing with the program. But so far it's been more of a personal thing. Now there is a GPA, requirement. You'll need to maintain good GPA according to AUCA standards to maintain the scholarship. And to earn your American diploma, you have to have a minimum GPA as well. And so as long as you're working towards those things, we will work with you. We've worked with students, sometimes unexpected life things happen and they need to take a break for one semester. So far, the embassy has been very generous and they understand if that's necessary. And so those are things we'll talk about as they come up, but our students have done a nice job with keeping the scholarships, and the embassy, they have been really great partners, being very supportive of the students.
Okay. Thank you so much. So okay, so Fernando already made a calculation. So good.
Thank you.
Okay, so I was just wondering, Elizabeth, if there are any financial aid or any other opportunities, because we understand that that the sports supported by the U.S. embassies in Dushanbe and Bishkek are quite limited. But the number of applications you usually receive quite a bit, I guess, yeah. And do you provide any financial aid, or how the applicants can apply for those opportunities? Share on that. Thank you.
Yeah, well, the scholarship opportunities are the best way, I think, to become part of the program. We also have an Institute of Education fellowship that we provide, but that only provides tuition scholarship. So that means there's more financial responsibility for the student. For example, you would need to pay for your travel to Bishkek in the summers and pay for your stay, whereas the U.S. Embassy scholarships provide travel stipend for you and a living stipend when you're here in Bishkek. So yes, there is another option. Unfortunately, it's not as generous as the U.S. Embassy scholarship.
And I guess the last question coming up from Bhakti Begim: do students have an opportunity to publish any article related to their research they've done within this program?
Yeah, that's a great question, Bhakti Begim. I would say there's always opportunity for that. So it is not currently a requirement of the program to do so, but you are certainly generating original research. And that's something where our research professors, such as Dr. Tamo Chattopadhyay and others who are part of the program, if they're looking at your paper and they see, it's really strong, then they're probably going to encourage you to publish it somewhere, right? And that's also where our connection with Institute of Education comes in, is that sometimes the Institute has different projects that are available for graduate students to join, which sometimes could also lead to publication. So it's not an automatic yes, you will be published, but I would say opportunities exist if that's something that's interesting to you and with the guidance of our research professors.
Okay, thank you so much, Elizabeth. So next question coming from Parviz, he's asking, is there an exchange with other AUCA partner universities in the framework of the program?
Yeah, that's a good question. I would say that's something that we are developing. So with, Tamo and Ziegel mentioned what's called the OSU network, which is a collection of universities that's part of this particular program. And there are opportunities available through that network. And so as of yet, we haven't had students take that opportunity. We'll find out next year if any of our second year students decide it's for them. And so we're open to the opportunity. It exists. We haven't had students partake of it just yet, but we see it as a possibility. We also have partner program with Eastern Humanities University, and developing an exchange is also something we're looking at. So it has not happened yet, but the possibilities are there.
Yeah, just amazing. Okay. And I guess the final question, can we send you a copy of national passport instead of international one?
Diego, you might know this better.
For the admissions purposes, they usually ask for international documents. Sometimes your national IDs also work, but it's better if you provide us international documents, since you will be traveling from Tajikistan and become an international student.
Yeah, thank you so much. And again, like, if you can share some success stories of your, alumni of this program who just, went to bigger journeys in their just professional life, that would be great.
Yeah, we actually had one of our alumni just recently applied and was accepted to a PhD program at Navin State University here in Kyrgyzstan. We have another alumni who's in the process of applying for PhD. So we're starting to see some of our students pursue further education. We've seen our students earn new jobs. For example, Ziegel mentioned that we sometimes have career change students, right? Not so many, but occasionally we have them. And one of them was placed in a practicum at one of the schools here in Bishkek, and later they offered her a job. And so that was a great opportunity for her entering the education field. And so that was an exciting opportunity. Some of our graduates have actually been hired by AUCA itself. There's a program called New Generations Academy, always looking for strong English and math teachers. And so we've had actually 2 of our MAT students or alumni be hired by that program. So we are seeing students being able to take on new positions within their school systems and their communities and apply. We have only had 3 graduating cohorts. So we have about 29 alumni right now. And so we'll look forward to our 4th graduating class, which Ganesh will be a part of in June.
Yeah, amazing. I guess like we covered all the questions today. Once again, on behalf of English Without Borders Network and all our audience who joined the webinar today, let me extend our deepest gratitude to MAT program staff and also just AUCA staff who were a part of today's webinar, and also for our guest speakers. Great job. And dear audience, please go and grab this opportunity and apply for MAT program and enjoy this education journeys throughout the countries. Thank you so much, dear all. And please don't forget about the webinars, which is AUCA organizing on how to write personal statement with Elizabeth. And of course, like, if you have any poster to share, we will be happy to, to forward our audience to your webinars as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Dear all. Okay, enjoy your evening, and see you next week. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.